Oh, she sounds good. Yes, indeed. How do you like that chop? This car is going to be fast. Hi everybody, and welcome to Photomikes Garage. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, so it's time to take my 1973 Z28 Camaro out for a run, and I thought I might as well do a 0 to 60 with my Dragy. Now this car sounds pretty tough. It's got a pretty radical cam in it. It should go fast. Let's see how fast. All right. 0 to 60, 1973 Camaro Z28. Let's see how it goes. Oh, not so fast after all. Not so fast. The car looks good. The car sounds tough, but it's not tough. It's not so fast. A 6.91 second 0 to 60. Now I know I could do a little bit better. I could have had a better takeoff. I could get that down lower. But 6.9, you're never going to get below 6 seconds at that rate. And that's very disappointing, I gotta say. Okay, that's slower than almost any new car nowadays. That's slower than my new GR86. I got a 6.56 second 0 to 60 on that one. So this is not impressive. I'm not holding up the torch for the muscle car guys today, that's for sure. It should not be slow. Let's look at the motor here for a second and I'll show you why it shouldn't be slow. There she is in all her glory. 5.7 liter V8 old school small block Chevy. This car has a Holley carburetor underneath there, 650 Holley carburetor, a single plane manifold, a Holley Street Dominator from the 1990s, vintage stuff there now. It's got headers, but everything else is stock except for the cam. The cam in this car was put in such a long time ago that I have actually forgotten the specs. Okay, so as far as I can remember, the cam that I put in there such a long time ago, you know when you get old you start forgetting things, right? Anyway, this had a lobe separation angle of 106 degrees and also a long duration and a fairly high lift. It was supposed to be a chopper. It really hasn't lived up to my expectations over the years. Now, I rarely drive this car, so it's not really an issue, except that I want to drive this car more now. So I want to make it more drivable. Right now, the low speed, it just taking off from a light, you gotta slip the clutch. It's terrible. It really drives poorly. Okay, so here's my working theory as to why this car actually drives poorly. And it's a mistake a lot of young guys make, and I think I made it as well back in the 1990s. A single plane manifold is really good for the racetrack, not so good for the street. Most modern muscle cars have a nice dual plane. It still makes lots of power, but it improves the drivability. But the cam, I think, is the main problem, and the fact that it still has its original L82 cast iron heads. The heads on this car, the L82 cast iron heads, were not quite the same head as on the venerable, the fantastic LT1s with 11-to-1 compression. This car has 9-to-1 compression, very low. Also, the design of the head, the shape of the combustion chambers is not like a modern head, which are very efficient and burn and make a lot of good power. I'd like to send a message to my younger self. You weren't very smart back then, were you? Okay, what I'm trying to say is that I have modified this car and made it slower than a stock 1973 Z28. Okay, enough of the negativity. It is what it is. 6.91 seconds 0 to 60. That's going to be my baseline because I'm not going to give up on this Z28. This car is too good. It looks too good. It's too good looking. I can't give up. So I am going to modify my car to make it more drivable and more powerful. My idea is to make this a car that you want to take to 7-Eleven for a Slurpee. In my previous videos, I have redone all the brakes. The car stops like a modern car. It has extremely powerful brakes. Mission accomplished there. Now it's time to get on to the rest of it. Right, so stay tuned to this channel. In the future, I'm going to be modifying this car for more power and more drivability. Well, I almost forgot to do my outro. Anyway, thanks for watching Photomikes Garage. I will see you next time.